If there is an RQ before or after the item description on the shipping paper, it means that A. Material has an insurance value of over $1,000. B. Material is in a package containing no other materials. C. Carrier must report any spill of this material. Answer: C. Carrier must report any spill of this material. You have loaded a hazardous material into a cargo tank. What must you do before you move the vehicle? A. Call Chemtrek by phone and tell them where you are going. B. Have the loading observers sign the shipping papers. C. Close all manholes and valves. Be sure they are free of leaks. Answer: C. Close all manholes and valves. Be sure they are free of leaks. A hazard class name or ID number may not be used to describe A. Non-hazardous material. B. Reportable quantity of a hazardous substance. C. Hazardous waste. Answer: A. Non-hazardous material. If you are in an accident involving hazardous materials, you should A. Tell only the emergency response team about the hazard. B. Keep all people far away and upwind of the accident. C. Prevent a panic by acting like nothing is wrong. Answer: B. Keep all people far away and upwind of the accident. You do not have a hazardous materials endorsement on your commercial driver's license. When can you legally haul hazardous material? A. Only if it is a non-placarded material. B. Only when the load is placarded. C. Only when the shipment does not cross the state lines. Answer: A. Only if it is a non-placarded material. A vehicle placarded for hazardous materials must have placards on sides. A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. Answer: C. 4. You are behind the wheel of a truck carrying a shipment of hazardous material. The shipping papers must be in a pouch on the driver's door or in A. A box under the driver's seat. B. Clear view within your reach. C. The truck's glove compartment. Answer: G. Clear view within your reach. Who is responsible for finding out what permits or special routes you will need to haul hazardous materials? A. The driver. B. The carrier. C. The shipper. Answer: A. The driver. Who is responsible for packaging, labeling, and preparing the hazardous material shipping papers for a common carrier? A. Shipper. B. Carrier. C. Driver. Answer: A. Shipper. There are two listed that lists drivers, shippers, and carriers used to find out if a material is a regulated product. One of these lists is the A. List of hazardous substances and reportable quantities. B. EPA Dangerous Materials Table. C. Shipper's List of Transportable Quantities. Answer: A. List of hazardous substances and reportable quantities. No one may smoke within 25 feet of any vehicle that contains explosives, oxidizers, or A. Poisons. B. Flammable materials. C. Compressed gases. Answer: G. Flammable materials. If an X or an RQ is in the HM column of a shipping paper entry, the A. Material listed on that line is the largest part of the shipment. B. Entry refers to the materials that must be top-loaded. C. Shipment is regulated by hazardous material regulations. Answer: C. C. Shipment is regulated by hazardous material regulations. Only one of these shipping paper descriptions for a hazardous material is in the right order. Which one is it? A. Corrosive material, hydrochloric acid, UN 1789. B. Hydrogen bromide, non-flammable gas, UN 1048. C. Hexane, UN 1208, flammable liquid. Answer G. Hydrogen bromide, non-flammable gas, UN 1048. A truck carrying explosives has crashed with another vehicle. You should not pull them apart until A. The shipper's loading foreman is present. B. The explosives have been placed at least 200 feet away from the vehicles and occupied buildings. C. At least 30 minutes have passed. Answer C. At least 30 minutes have passed. You may not park a vehicle carrying hazardous materials within feet of an open fire. A. 100. B. 200. C. 300. Answer D. 200. The transport index of a radioactive material. A. Is another way of writing the weight of the package. B. Tells the degree of control needed during transportation. C. Is something that only the shipper needs to worry about. Answer G. Tells the degree of control needed during transportation. When hauling hazardous materials, you must stop your vehicle and check any dual tires at least once every whichever is less. A. 1 hour or 50 miles. B. 2 hours or 100 miles. C. 3 hours or 150 miles. Answer G. 2 hours or 100 miles. To stop for railroad tracks, you should stop feet before the nearest track. A. 5 to 20. B. 10 to 35. C. 15 to 50. Answer C. 15 to 50. You are transporting hazardous materials. When you are not behind the wheel, the shipping papers must be on the driver's seat or A. In the pouch on the driver's door. B. With you. C. On the dashboard in clear view. Answer A. In the pouch on the driver's door. If hazardous materials is spilling from your vehicle, do not move your vehicle. A. Any more than 500 feet. B. In an upwind direction. C. Any more than safety requires. Answer C. Any more than safety requires. You are going to be hauling hazardous materials over a route you do not know well. When should you check the route and get the permits needed for this trip? A. Before starting the trip. B. While you are still on a part of the route that you know. C. Within 24 hours of the finish of the trip. Answer A. Before starting the trip. Carriers must give each driver who transports Class A or B explosive A. An extra fire bottle. B. The consignee's phone number. C. A copy of FMCSR Part 397. Answer C. A copy of FMCSR Part 397. You should stop before crossing a railroad grade if your vehicle is carrying of chlorine. A. 110 gallons. B. 100 gallons. C. Any amount. Answer C. Any amount. You are hauling hazardous materials and you find that one of your tires is leaking. You must A. Continue at reduced speed and check the tire every 25 miles. B. Stop at the nearest safe place and fix it. C. Report it to your carrier immediately. Answer D. Stop at the nearest safe place and fix it. When shippers package hazardous materials, they must certify that this was done according to the regulations. The only exception is when A. The shipper is a private carrier, carrying their own product. B. The shipment is a hazardous waste. C. The driver is given a sealed cargo compartment. Answer A. The shipper is a private carrier, carrying their own product. When fueling a placarded vehicle, someone must always be A. Within 10 feet of the pump with a fire extinguisher. B. At the nozzle, controlling the fuel flow. C. At the emergency power shutoff for the pump. Answer B. At the nozzle, controlling the fuel flow. Animals and human foodstuff should not be loaded in the same vehicle with A. Poisons. B. Flammable gases. C. Explosives. Answer A. Poisons. A driver who transports radioactive materials and has to follow a certain route must have had special training by the carrier within the last years. A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. Answer A. 2. Whenever your vehicle is placarded, do not drive near open fires unless you A. Are equipped with fire sprinklers. B. Have LTL of a non-flammable materials. C. Can safely pass the fire without stopping. Answer C. Can safely pass the fire without stopping. When there is hazardous materials emergency, you should A. Keep people away and warn them of danger. B. Prevent smoking and keep open flames away. C. Do both of the above. Answer C. Do both of the above. Which signals may be used to warn of a stopped vehicle that contains explosives? A. Signal fires. B. Reflective triangles. C. Flares or fuses. Answer D. Reflective triangles. When transporting chlorine in cargo tanks, you must have A. An approved gas mask. B. An emergency kit for controlling leaks in fittings on the dome cover plate. C. Both A and B. Answer C. Both A and B. If the word forbidden appears in the hazard class column of an entry in the hazardous materials table, A. A common carrier must never transport the material. B. A shipment of that material must never be larger than the RQ. C. The carrier may not open the package or container. Answer A. A common carrier must never transport the material. When handling packages of explosive, you must A. Never use hooks or other metal tools. B. Keep bystanders 100 feet away. C. Double wrap wet boxes in plastic to prevent staining. Answer A. Never use hooks or other metal tools. A railroad crossing is ahead of you and you are handling hazardous material. When you stop for the crossing, you can stop as far away as feet from the nearest rail. A. 25. B. 50. C. 75. Answer G. 50. Who is responsible for safely transporting a hazardous material shipment without delay and keeping the shipping papers in the right place? A. The driver. B. The carrier. C. The shipper. Answer A. The driver. The basic description of a hazardous material includes the hazard class, the ID number, and the proper shipping name. Which one must appear first on the shipping paper? A. The hazard class. B. The proper shipping name. C. The identification number. Answer: G. The proper shipping name. Class A explosives must not be transported in a combination vehicle if the vehicle includes A. 2 or more trailers. B. A 200-inch wheelbase trailer. C. A placarded cargo tank. Answer: C. A placarded cargo tank. You find an overheated tire during an en route inspection. If you are hauling hazardous materials, you must A. Wait at least 2 hours before continuing your trip. B. Cool the tire, then check it every 2 hours. C. Remove the tire and place it a safe distance from the vehicle. Answer: C. Remove the tire and place it a safe distance from the vehicle. The power unit of a placarded vehicle must have a fire extinguisher with a UL rating of B, C or more. A. 5. B. 10. C. 15. Answer: G. 10. A properly prepared uniform hazardous waste manifest. A. Must be signed and carried by anyone transporting a hazardous waste. B. Is the same as any other shipping paper. C. Is required only if there is a loss of cargo during transport. Answer: A. Must be signed and carried by anyone transporting a hazardous waste. With most hazardous materials, you may park within 5 feet of the road briefly, if your work requires it. The materials that are the exception and do not allow parking this close to the road are A. Explosives A and B. B. Corrosives and oxidizers. C. Acids and poisons. Answer: A. Explosives A and B. The intent of hazardous materials regulations is to ensure safety, to contain the material, and A. To tax shippers correctly. B. To communicate the risk. C. To allow state enforcement. Answer: B. To communicate the risk. To find out if a shipment includes of hazardous materials, you should A. Open and inspect every package and container. B. Check for a fence around the loading dock. C. Look at the shipping papers. Answer: C. Look at the shipping papers. You have a vehicle without racks to hold cylinders or compressed gas. You may load such cylinders only if they are A. Loaded upright of lying down flat and braced. B. Bundled loosely together with steel strapping. C. Less than half of the load. Answer: A. Loaded upright of lying down flat and braced. A vehicle contains 500 pounds each of explosive A and B. You must have A. Explosives of placards. B. Dangerous placards. C. Blasting agents placards. Answer: A. Explosives of placards. An X in the HM column of a shipping paper entry means A. The material is not a hazardous material. B. This is an exception to the hazardous materials regulations. C. The entry is for a hazardous material. Answer: C. The entry is for a hazardous material. Which of the following must drivers have in their possession while transporting Class A or B explosives? A. The carrier's insurance policy. B. The written route plan. C. Both of the above. Answer: G. The written route plan. The total transport index of all radioactive material packages in a single vehicle must not exceed A. 10. B. 50. C. 100. Answer D. 50. Who is responsible for checking to be sure the shipper correctly named, labeled, and marked a hazardous materials shipment? A. Shipper. B. Manufacturer. C. Carrier. Answer C. Carrier.